Hi guys, good afternoon. Today's the 17th of July. That's 12:20, 12:17, 12:20-ish in the UK. So hope you all had a good weekend. And let's do a quick analysis of US30, shall we? I'm just going to off all of this just so that we only have the 200 moving average on, okay? As usual, let's just start from the weekly. So, like I said last week on Friday, I was actually looking forward to the weekly candle close on Friday. Now, okay, so it to me, this is a little tricky one. I personally, for me, like, okay, so I'm gonna just draw this out, make a mess here, and then we can delete all of that mess later. Okay, so if you guys can see, this is a up candle, right? So this is a bullish candle, and then we had a bearish candle. So this was the high at this point, all right, at this wick. And then we had a bearish candle, bullish candle. So this is the low at this point. The low is the lowest of the wick, so which is this bullish one. And then we had a bullish and we had a bearish. So this became a new high, which failed. This is how I see it, guys. So just follow along with me. If it gets confusing, then just pop it in the comments and maybe I can redo this video again and explain further what I think. So I'm just gonna make it bigger. So if you guys can follow this follow where my cursor is, right? So this is a bullish candle, bearish candle. I'm just looking for break of structures. How do you identify break of structures? Okay, so we are on a weekly time frame, so bullish, bearish. This is your high. So the top of this week is your high, right? Now I'm just trying to see if I can remove this thing. Does this work? Would it form dots? Oh, okay. Oh, I don't like this crosshair lines. How do I delete the crosshair lines? Okay, never mind. We ain't got time for that right now. So, or maybe arrow. Would this work? Okay. Oh, okay. So, okay, let's do this arrows. Okay, so can you see this bullish and then we have a bearish. Okay, so the top of this wick is the high, and the same thing here. So this becomes the low, and then this becomes the new high, right? And so what we had, and this becomes the new low now. So I'm just going to move this here. Okay, so this is a low. Now, having said that, it hasn't to me broken any lows. However, it did break and close above this wick. So let's just make it bigger. So it did close above the wick. So if you scroll on this candle, you can see the high was 485.83 and the close here is 490.15. So it closed above this wick. So we can say that it has broken a high, right? However, not this high, but it did break this high. Okay, so for me, personally, breaking this high would have been ideal just because it felt that way to me, like closing and breaking above the main high and also where the support resistance was, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to go down to daily and I'm going to show you guys where the support resistance is on this one. So I am going to draw it right where the candle is. um I'm trying to get a very precise cut here, if that makes sense. I mean, this one here, which would make better sense actually. I'm trying to get it as precise as I possibly can, guys. Yeah, I think this, yeah, to me, I'm just gonna leave this as it is. Okay, let's just see where we are now with the daily time frame again. Okay, so we have actually broken above that based on this. Okay, so I would see it was teetering at the support resistance line. Can you see, like, it rejected all of this and it was below this? However, this area here we have broken above. So I do believe that we are still very much that potentially US30 could go higher. Where higher? So I will be marking out the next potential areas of interest, right? So to take up this high here and then we could take out the next bit here. Like, it's just about drawing layers as we go along. Okay, so like liquidity strips, like potentially these are the areas of interest of where I would be looking for price to go. Okay, guys, so I do think that overall we are very bullish. However, on the short term, there is going to be a retracement. Where do I think the retracement is going to happen? That is a fair value gap, right? We could draw a 12-hour fair value gap right here. Fair value gaps is where I like to look when there was a big move candle, like a big ass candle, and then grab the fair value gaps normally happens when there's a big momentum. So it will be interesting to see what price does at this point, where price comes down, touches this fair value gap or not, and respects it and then bounces straight off right the bat. So yeah, however, we also want to bear in mind we do have a fair value gap here, which it is in the fair value gap area at the moment. Okay, right here. So it might not necessarily come down. However, I would love to see a deeper retracement. It just depends how bullish it is and how much of a push it's going to give. Like a little bit down momentum here would be great. I just want to use the flip just to see where we could get. Like, just bear in mind, guys, a retracement down here and a break of structure does not necessarily mean it's going to start going down. We just have to see what it does at this area. If it does come down and touch it, and then take it from there. However, I'm just going to quickly do a flip as well, just so that you know how interesting this is, to be honest, to me. Just going to do it to the top of this. Look at this, guys. So where I have marked up the fair value gap, it is actually in between the 0.382 and right smack at the zero point 0.5 and closing off at the 0.618, right? So it is at a very crucial retracement zone right there. And so I could potentially see price coming, touching right at the entry, which is a 0.382 retracement, which means that it's really bullish, not going to do a full retracement, it's going to fly up, or it could go deeper in and do 50%, which is somewhere around the zero point 0.5 mark. And obviously, we have the 0.68 if it's going to go further in. All right, so this is actually really interesting to see. However, right now, potentially, we are also at a fair value gap. So it would be nice to see what we are looking or what is planning to do on a 4 hour. Like, yeah, I would like to see a break of structure to the downside. In fact, we do have a small break of structure to the downside on a 4 hour. Okay, so I'll show you guys where that is. So we had a big bullish momentum. We had bearish candles. We had a bullish, so bearish and a bullish. So this is your low. Okay, haven't really got a close yet, but a close of this candle will tell us whether it's a bearish or not. So right now we are here at this candle close, right? So if you look at this, this is a small low here right now. Obviously, it's not the swing low, but look, so we had a push. None of this closed below this week. However, this candle is pushing downwards below this. So right after the close at 1:30, which is very close to New York, it will be interesting to see where this candle closes. If it does close below this, it shows a break of structure right there, and possibly now we could see price dripping. So a small retracement is what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for a trend of a bearish right now because I don't see a bearish momentum happening on a daily. I do really need to see a break of structure to the downside before I decide that we are on a bearish. Okay, in this instance here, I have a low right here. Okay, so this is what I will be looking at to see where price really goes and where it retraces. So yeah, guys, I could totally see prices touching and going back up just because on a weekly we were bullish. So be very mindful when taking your what do you call that, when your entries. I am looking for sells at this point on a lower time frame, so you can see we are below the 200 on a 5 minute, and that's exactly what I want to see. Let's see the 15 minutes. We have not really touched the 200 yet, so we're still bullish on the 15. However, on the 5 minutes, we are bearish, and so I want to see a break of structure. In fact, we even have a break of structure right here. Okay, hold on. We do have a break of structure, small one right here after this. In fact, it's already happened. So I would want to wait for a break of structure on this candles and then see where we go with entry and possibly take it all the way down to this top of the zone. All right, guys. So that's really what I'm looking for in US30 today. So safe trading, happy trading, and see you guys back with another video tomorrow.